Hello everybody, Bradley here. I am recording this the day that the 10-minute part 4 came out, where I was really struggling with this game as Cleo. I'm not going to tell you whether I win it or lose it, but I am going to tell you, you are in for a game of Civ. It does end in this episode. I wanted to get the end of this game out to you as soon as possible. As always, let me know what you think in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like and subscribe button. Check the link in the description for the live stream link. We're streaming tonight even. So by the time you see this video, we will probably be on Twitch streaming the end of a Babylon game, which should be very fun. There's also Twitter and Discord links there as well. Guys, thank you so much for sticking with me through this game. I hope you enjoy it. Let's rock. It is Friday morning. I am back. For those of you who don't know, I work on like an island from Tuesday to Friday each week. So I've had a long time to think about this game as it's been going up on YouTube on the schedule, and I am concerned but hopeful. Concerned but hopeful. There's a few things going on that aren't great. First off, Gandhi has denounced us. Why that's a problem? Actually, it's not that much of a problem if he loses this city. I was running under the assumption he'd keep this city, but whatever. The reason why this is a problem is because I can't have open borders with him if he's really mad at us, and he can just declare war on us anytime, and he's much stronger than us in terms of the army he has. So this is a bit of a problem over here. Nothing to be super concerned about yet, but it does kind of suck that I can't get that open borders with him over here. And then up here, this is just annoying. I don't really want to have to buy a unit to deal with this, so we'll see what happens. I've actually never seen... I don't even know if you can pillage a national park. I've never seen it. We'll find out in this game if you can pillage a national park. I doubt it. But maybe. Is it like... I don't know. Alright, so that's going on. The next problem is that Cristo Redentor is leaving us. England here is going to finish it in 2 turns. I'm just pumping production into it just so I can move that production onto something else afterwards, which is totally fine. The problem with this is Cristo Redentor does a few nice things for us if we're able to grab it. And in a game where we started with just a slight bit more production, we could have been able to grab it. Tourism output from relics and holy cities is not diminished by other civs who have researched enlightenment. So we have lots of relics because we are using cultists, and so that's a bit unfortunate there that we're going to get a little bit of a penalty on that. But the main one that I was concerned about is the plus 100% tourism from seaside resorts. What's great about that is we are so close to building seaside resorts right here, and then we're going to have lots and lots of seaside resorts available. And so that's going to be a bit frustrating. I know a lot of people are wondering, like, hey, why instead of waiting to put all these things down here, why didn't you just build an industrial zone, an aqueduct, a dam, all those kinds of things? And it's just an opportunity cost, right? So if I build an aqueduct in an industrial zone here, you get like a +3 industrial zone, that's fine, right? Is that even the difference between a 12? Like, I don't even think an industrial zone here with a workshop is the main difference here. It lowers appeal, and appeal is really important for all these national parks we're doing. And I need to build commercial hubs for trade routes, and I need science. Like, I just need other things as well. And so I don't think building an industrial zone in Akhenaten here would have helped at all. The only thing building an industrial zone here would have done, or here, maybe in Rakkadet, is that the factory gives its production bonus to cities within 6 tiles. So you can imagine a world where like a well-placed factory, like right here maybe, can hit a 3 or 4 production to all these cities. On the whole, it's probably worth it if you're doing anything else but a culture game, but in a culture game, I just want to focus on the tourism, and we just got a bit unlucky that throughout our whole entire empire, there was almost no woods available for us to put lumber mills on. I did end up buying a field cannon here. This is just annoying. I don't think they'll ever be able to take the city, but having one field cannon here with garrison can't really hurt. Also, we have officially lost Cristo, and it automatically built a spy for us, which is awesome. So we have a couple spies counter-spying and going around now, hopefully bringing us a little bit closer in this game. Now, there are 2 good ways to promote your spies early on. The first is to have it counter-spy a place where you suspect the enemy will be spying on you. If your spy takes out an enemy spy or sabotages their mission against you, they will get a level up. The next one is to go and siphon funds. I'm going to choose that option. I have another spy here who can counter-spy. We already have a spy counter-spying here as well. So I'm going to send one offensive spy out to have a little fun. Let's go. I want to pick India if I can, because they're being a little bit bit annoying. And you also can't spy on your allies anyway now, and so India is really my only option. We can siphon funds in Madurai, so we'll go there, gain sources, and then siphon funds will be the plan. It's important that as we move towards seaside resorts, you actually have some builders ready to go. And so I'm just getting builders ready. They can use some of their charges that aren't seaside resorts, but it is really important that we are ready to go the second we can have them. So we have some builders ready here. Gandhi has a massive army too. I'm getting a little bit concerned. He's got like all his armies and stuff, and I don't want him to attack us. Otherwise, though, I think things are going all right. We're using our gold every time we have a big chunk of gold to just buy through districts, because again, our production isn't that great. And so just being able to buy through districts is really nice. And we're grabbing old god obelisks where we don't have them yet, because we're starting to have some great musicians like this guy right here who don't have a place to live. We finally hit democracy here, one turn before a seaside resort, so we're about to do a lot of chatting. Democracy is a great point to hit in a culture game. You probably want to change your government here. You do want to be a little bit careful, though. If you go to your culture victory here, we're winning. We're starting to collect. This is not where you want to be at this point in the game, but we're getting there. It says here, overall tourism reduced -20 for different governments, right? -20 for different governments. 0% for different governments, -20. So if you have different governments than the AI, it'll apply a tourism penalty. Now, obviously, you can't have the same government as all the AI, so don't worry about it too much. But the farther you are ahead in your governments, the more of a penalty that will be applied. So in this game where we are all pretty close in culture, at least at this point, means they're probably at the same-ish level than me, and I'm probably good to go up. But if I go up to democracy and they're still way farther back, we might get up to a -40% penalty instead of -20. So you just have to be a little bit careful that you don't just skip ahead governments because you like policy cards, especially if it applies a negative tourism penalty. With that being said, though, we are going to give it a try. Having trade routes to our allies with democracy will give us a lot more food and production, which is part of the reason why I want to do this right away. And now we have some fun with some policy cards, baby. I'm going to keep whistle banking in here just to apply double. It kind of doubles down on what makes democracy great, is that trade routes to your allies provide food and production. That'll help us build wonders quicker, finish rounding out our empire quicker, and we're going to need a lot of that. So we're going to double down on this. For now, I'm going to go New Deal. There are a bunch of green policy cards I'm going to want here fairly shortly. Those are +5% culture, +5% science per city-state you're suzerain of. We'll hold off on those, though. New Deal for now will help us with housing and amenities while we're waiting. And I want something... Ooh, what else can we do here? What else is exciting? I mean, we could just also double down on economic union here, free market, and just double down on gold. Merchant Confederation would be nice for that as well. You know what? I'm going to put Machiavellianism in. I have some spies out on missions, and I'm still building more spies. I want to have everything counter-spied by the end of the game here, ideally. And so let's throw Machiavellianism in. We don't often get a chance to use this card, so I may as well have some fun with it while we can. The next places we want to go are fairly obvious. Cultural heritage is nice. Shipwrecks are good. 3 envoys is great, but this one, +100% tourism for great works of art and artifacts. Fantastic choice. Environmentalism, +25% tourism across your empire. You get the gist of it. If you just hover over some of this stuff, +50% tourism output to civs, which you have a trade route, like all of that stuff is fantastic. So you kind of just want to hit all your major beats here as you go along with tourism. If you take a look at our penalty, though, now it's -40 for a lot of these people, so maybe that was a bit of a mistake. I thought they'd be a bit farther ahead than they were, but that's fine. I think the boost from democracy is still worth it, but that's what we're talking about when we talk about the government difference. So you just need to be a little bit careful. I'm really milking the national parks up here in Apu. It's not even really a city, is it? It's got like a harbor and a bunch of places to visit, but hey, we'll take them. We need them. We also finally unlocked Seaside Resorts. If you would like to know everything about said Seaside Resorts, you can head over into the Civilopedia and read all about them. Can I even type? If I could type, that'd be good. They are all over here, right? But what's great about Seaside Resorts is you don't need faith for them. So rock bands, we're going to need faith. National parks, we're going to need faith. Cultists, we need faith. A lot of the culture game is based on having a good faith economy, which is why we built so many holy sites, as you can see. Still going for synagogues, still going for shrines and all that kind of stuff. But this is it's just free. You just need builders, which are super easy to grab, especially when you have 250 gold per turn. And now that you have democracy, a decent amount of production, with all of your trade routes to all of these allies. And so I think here you just throw down a seaside resort. And that's where Cristo is nice, though, is because it doubles the tourism from this. So now we're not getting the double tourism from the seaside resorts. But they look like an absolute party, don't they? Just super cool. Look at that. What does this one look? Does this one look different? I mean, it's a bit weird that the warrior is like 8 times the size of the building, but it's cool nonetheless. It's always good to check in on your great works now and again. They all theme in slightly different ways, but just making sure you have your great works themed where you can theme them is really, really important. If you don't know how to theme great works, I have a tutorial video on it on the YouTube channel. I'll try and remember to link that in the description, but you can just Google it or take a quick look through the Civilopedia maybe and see if it's there. It's a lot to explain in one go, so I won't do it here, but just know, check in, see what you can theme. If you don't know if you can theme things, just start dragging stuff around and seeing if it moves, right? See if it moves, see if you can theme it, see what happens, really. We did it! We got the Eiffel Tower. God, that's such a relief. There were 2 other civs building it. They were way behind us, but you need to rush this. Watch what happens to all our tiles. All of our tiles get super green. So it increases the appeal of all your tiles. Makes it so much easier to find space for a national park. We got one there. We have another national park here if we just get rid of this. We have one here if we don't want... Like, you just have so many options now for national parks. It also increases the tourism of the national parks and seaside resorts you already have. And so just absolutely wonderful to be able to grab the Eiffel Tower here. Time to put heritage tourism in. We'll slide that in instead of new deal. There are still a few wonders I'd like to sneak in. Wonders give you tourism, so if there's any like lagging wonders that nobody's built yet that are from early in the game, you might as well try and build them if it only takes 5 to 10 turns, just because they will give you tourism. I'm going to head towards Rock Band next. Rock Bands are going to be very, very, very helpful in helping spread the tourism love around the world. This is what I'm talking about here, like the Apadana in 6 turns. Like, why not just build that for 6 turns? And then you just have a little extra tourism from the Apadana. In terms of your government plaza, you definitely want to grab National History Museum. Royal Society, great for a science victory. War Department, obviously great for domination. National History Museum gives you 4 slots for any great work. Very, 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 very good for our victory type here. I'm going to try for this Apadana. 2 great work slots, some envoys, 6 turns. No reason not to, really. And we're going to buy some broadcast centers. Just 1. That's all I can afford, yeah. Keep on building the national parks, baby. Hey, we got the Apadana. Why not? Why not grab the Apadana? These rainforests gotta go, though. That's bad appeal. That's bad juju. We don't need that. We don't need that. We done it. 6 turns, baby. Why not? All right, computers is a big deal. Getting flood barriers before everything starts flooding is really, really helpful. Also, plus 25% tourism across your empire. Bada bing, bada boom. And we stole 1,200 gold and got that spy promotion. All right, next we're going to turn back for sewers. We are starting to have housing problems in a lot of our cities. Sewers are cheap and easy ways to relieve some of those housing issues. At some point, too, I'm going to start using my Diplo favor to buy other people's great works. I just don't know when that'll be. Probably when the National History Museum is complete. Hey! Our spy can steal great works as if it's 2 levels more experienced. Stealing great works is very difficult because I don't even know if Gandhi has any. 1 second. Gandhi's the only one we can spy on. Does he have any great works? He doesn't, so that's a dumb promotion anyway. I'm talking myself out of it as we go. But also, if you go to steal someone's great work and they move them around, remember how we were moving around earlier? If they move them to a different city while you're in the middle of your mission, it kind of just stops. None of these are great then. I mean, we could send him as a we could bring him back as a counter spy. That's probably... The thing is, Gandhi's the only one who can even spy on us. Because they can't... Like, our allies can't spy on us either. Let's foment unrest. Why not? Why not? I don't know what these barbs think is going to happen when they come up against a garrisoned field cannon. Like, come on. Come on, barbs. All right, it is Rock Band time. I'm going to try and give you a brief breakdown of Rock Bands, how they work, why they're really important, but I can't go into everything, obviously, or else this video would be 8 hours long. Rock Bands are units that we just unlocked through the culture tree. They will go around and perform rock concerts all over the world. and that will help us bring tourists to our empire. They start at 600 faith and get progressively more expensive as you go along. So your first rock band is the cheapest, and it just gets, I think it goes up by 100 each time, which is why having a good faith economy is really, really important. As you send your rock bands out, they will level up depending on how good their performances were, and their level ups will determine where they will best perform. We'll show you when we do it, but all you gotta do is you can go to any city and do this. You don't need to buy a rock band in any particular city, so just buy it in the one closest to where you want to go, and you want to send your rock bands out usually in a nice spread. You want some rock concerts going on everywhere, and you really gotta hope to God that your rock bands don't die right away. If they perform a bad concert, they will just stop being a band. They will disband, and that's not really helpful to the cause. All right, we're gonna start with 2 rock bands. This one's gonna go hang out with Wilhelmina. This one here is gonna go hang out with England, and we'll see what happens. It's good to know that your rock bands start with a promotion before they go out. They also have a name. So on stream, I name my rock bands after people who've recently subscribed. Album cover art is the best one, performs as if 1 level more experienced on Wonder Tiles. So we'll go with that. Bad Castles is fine. Album cover art. And this one is good to go. Much like Apostles, they will have different promotions every time. So this one's different. Entertainment complexes. Seaside resorts and harbors. Let's go seaside resorts and harbors because this one's going to England. That probably makes the most sense. And there we are. All right, first rock concert on a Wonder. Let's go. All right, so it didn't promote. Please don't die. I don't have a lot of faith, man. Hey, 2,500 tourism generated.
My man.
Awesome. It's a lot of tourism. That's like 5 turns worth of tourism for us. I'm going to save this governor title until the era flips. We're in another golden age next era, which is awesome for us. And we'll save it to get master plan, I think. So right now what I'm doing is I'm just taking builders and I'm just combing the empire, getting rid of anything that gives negative appeal, especially near the coastline. Marsh is gone, rainforest gone, anything like that. Planting woods where I can to increase appeal further, and trying to get down as many seaside resorts as I can, like so, while trying to save up faith for naturalists. We have a few more natural or national parks we can get here, and we're going to need to send probably 7 or 8 more rock bands out by the time this game is over. All right, we hit a golden age, and the only other golden age around is England, which is awesome. Also, we have a cultural alliance with Wilhelmina, so we won't be able to flip any of her cities, which is totally fine. Wish You Were Here is fantastic. Cities with the governors receive plus 50% tourism from World Wonders, plus 100% tourism to all national parks. Sign me up for that. Let's try and win in this era. Well, that is a thing that we still have. Asylum diamonds? Yeah, nah, yeah? Nah, 2,000 tourism though. We're up to 765. Usually you want to hit around 1,000. We're up to 765. We're getting there. We're getting there. All right, so we're approaching that 1,000 tourism mark that we were looking for. By the time this era is over, we have 3 or 4 more national parks to put down, some rock bands to send out. I'm really not getting enough faith per turn for all of this, but we'll be well over 1,000 shortly. Plus 200% tourism from Great Works. Sign me up. All right, last national park, I think, is down. We're well past 1,100 tourism now. It's time to spend all our faith on rock bands, and this is garbage. Wilhelmina needs to die. In the nicest way possible, because this is a culture victory. Just out here collecting a few wonders. They're all building Broadway and stuff. I'm into Bolshoi, baby. Give me that Bolshoi theater any day. Also, I need a spot for all this stuff. Oh, yeah, more tourism. We got it. We're killing it. 1157. What does Bolshoi even hold? It's been a while since I built the Bolshoi. Great writers. 2 randomly chosen civics. Flat land. Writing slot. And music. So it's writing and music, not art. Okay, I have a great writer anyway. Whoop. It's yoink you over here. Oh, I can't because the great artist is in the way. Okay, you're getting out of here. Will you make it in 1 turn? No, it's 2 turns no matter what. That's fine. More tourism! Hooray! 50% extra for trade routes? Look at that. Uh-oh, we have a nuclear malfunction in Groningen. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. What's happened? I'm trying real hard with these rock bands. They're not making it easy. We got some hero headliners here pulling it together. We're so freaking close. We're so close. Now, that 10 turns isn't accurate because it's a big boost from all the rock bands. But this era ends in 4 turns. And I don't know if I can avoid this dark age, so I hope we're good soon. Woo! Come on. Come on, almost 1,300 tourism. 7 turns. All right. All right, 7. It's 7 turns now. Damn it! So we avoided the Dark Age, which is nice. I had to buy some units to do that. But we lost 200 tourism because Wish You Were Here is now gone. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's going to be sky and stars for the great people. We've got this. We've got this. I believe in us. Come on. Come on. We've got this. I believe in us. I swear to God, Wilhelmine, I will end your life. I will end your whole career. All right, so we stole Statue of Liberty away from England. England is encroaching on a diplomatic victory, so we wanted to steal this away to get the couple of diplomatic points that it gets. Also, tourism is nice. We like tourism. Yay! We did it! Oh, we did it! I didn't even expect it this turn. Oh my God! Yes! Oh, that was a game.
The beauty that you have inspired.
That was an absolute game. I thought someone else had won for a second. Oh my God. Oh my God. Woo! That feels good. Let's just one more turn. Let's take a look. We just had a huge tornado outbreak too. These guys were just about to declare war on us. Oh my goodness. All right, let's check out. Where are we at? Almost 1,100 tourism. 458 out of 455. There she is. So one of the things I want to impress upon you guys as we finish this game, there's two main lessons. First, there are so many cities where I haven't built all the districts. Almost all of them. I've spent almost the last 100 turns, not 100, like 50 turns, just getting builders or like great artist points from the Theater Square festivals. Like, you do not need to build districts in your cities just because you can. Early on, obviously building districts is better. Later in the game, sometimes there are better things for you to do with your time and production than building districts. So that's a good lesson to learn. The next lesson to learn is, I didn't build a single industrial zone. I didn't build a single entertainment complex. I didn't build a single water park. I built neighborhoods at the end just for the era score, but you can see that just because things exist doesn't mean you need them in a game, right? Industrial zones, encampments, those types of things, they lower appeal. And we did everything we could to make the appeal of our empire as high as possible. Getting rid of the marshes, getting rid of the rainforest, planting woods down, getting Eiffel Tower, everything we could do. Now imagine you have Earth Goddess and all of these green tiles. All of these dark green tiles have 2 faith on them as well, right? They're talking probably 200 faith throughout the whole empire, yeah, right? And so, right, we did it without Earth Goddess either, and before 300, and before turn 300. So, for me, this is a really slow game. I'd love to have won it by turn 250, but considering we had no production, we lost on Taj Mahal, we lost on Christo Redentor. I'll take turn 288. This is fantastic. But yeah, I hope that was a good game for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, check the description below for links to our Twitch. We stream there all the time. Twitter and Discord. There's also a Patreon down there. Sometimes on Twitch, we do save reviews, and if you wanna give your save in to be reviewed, we do that through the subsection of the Discord, which you can get by being a subscriber on the Twitch or in the Patreon. Oh my God, this has been amazing. Thank you so much for watching. Hit the like and subscribe button if you enjoyed it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me know what you thought in the comments, and we'll see you in the next one.